Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting and fun WordPress tutorial. My name is Daryl Wilson. Today in this video, I'll be showing you all how to create a single customizable product website with WordPress. Now, I've never made a tutorial like this, so I'm really eager to show you all how to make this website. Now, I realize the term single customizable product website is a little broad, right? So let me explain what we're gonna make today in this video. Have you ever been to the Tesla website or even BMW? These websites allow their customers to fully build their own car with a variety of options. You can adjust the color, add different types of rims, or choose a larger size engine. Customers on these websites have total freedom to build a fully customizable product. Customers can be charged the same price for colors or be charged extra for additional items the user adds to their product. And today I'll show you how to make the same type of websites. So you'll be able to create products that your customers can fully customize to their liking. Let me show you what we're gonna make today in this WordPress tutorial. Okay, so here's the demo website. Now you can access this demo website in the video description of this video. So here we go, we have some options, right? Now this is one of our first products. So we have the black color, the red color, and the white color. Next, we have the rims, so the customer can also go ahead and select the rims they want. Now, notice here how the price is $1,000, and when they select the chrome rims, the price changes. So you can charge more or less depending on what the customer picks. Next, we have a roof. Now, you won't be able to see it, but there's a carbon fiber roof. You know, some cars have the carbon fiber roof, I just threw that in there, but you don't, obviously you can add any add-on you want. And then here we have the spoiler. So if the customer wants the spoiler, they can click on it. If they don't, they can unclick on it as well. Now, when they click on it, you'll see how it disappears, but for rims, they'll have to select an option. So we're gonna force the users to select specific add-ons depending on what's required and what's not required, right? So that's an example of the car demo, right? We have this car that you can fully customize. Next, let's take a look at the t-shirts. So I'll click on t-shirt. So here we have the t-shirt, right? Now the customer can select a specific color, so red, black, or white. And they can also pick a specific icon that works for them. Now notice here how the icon shifts. So you can actually take the image that you want and you can basically put it anywhere on the shirt, so you're not stuck and confined to one specific area. So the customer can go ahead here and select any type of product they want for a shirt. And now let's take a look at the custom perfume. So this is the perfume, and what's really cool is you can actually create dedicated pages using the page builder. So notice here how we can design this page with Elementor, so you can add in different elements and you can design this to your liking. But here we have the box color, so we can adjust the color of the box, and we can also adjust the bottle, and then also the cap as well. Now there is also a label here where you can have customers add in custom text on their products. And you can change this to any color that you'd like or any font you would like as well. Now there is also something a little bit more unique, and this is called the Panorama view. So what this add-on does here is that it actually locks the product in so the customer can't navigate the website, they can't scroll around, and it just creates a more dedicated, yet also like a luxurious style. So for example, here the customer can select the rims, right? Pretty cool. And after that, they'll be able to select like, the color, so they can pick a different color, all right? And then also they can choose to add the spoiler or not. And then also the roof, like I showed you earlier. And there's also an upload feature. So customers can go ahead and upload an image to the actual product if they want to add it on. So if you do want people to build like a custom t-shirt and upload their own logo, you can also do that as well using this plugin. Now, let me give you some other examples of products you can make with this plugin. Okay, so here we have a customizable toy. Now, the user can go ahead and select the body color for the specific toy. They can also choose a specific head accessory for the toy. For the face, they can even change like the facial, or this is the base hair, right? Then we got the eyebrows where they can choose specific eyebrow colors. I mean, this is a little bit too much, but it's still nice to know you can fully customize it, right? Here we have the hair where you can change the hair to something else, right? The left arm, we can choose rest or a fist. Okay, all right, yeah, pretty cool. So you'll be able to create something like this as well. Let's take a look at the next product. Okay, so the next product is gonna be an iPhone case. So for example, the user can go ahead and just select a plain color. They want aqua or army or beige. They can go ahead and select the color of their preference. We also have this one option right here with random designs. So here we got random designs, right? And yeah, so they can pick these designs here. Also, if we click on customize text, the user can go ahead and also add in customizable text on the side or on the bottom or on, in the middle. And they can also adjust the color. They can change the actual, I'll go ahead here, put Wilson, right? How about that? So they'll be able to create like a fully customizable product like this. Let's take a look at the last product before we go on to the tutorial. And the last product I'll show you is customizable glasses. So the first option is frame, and the user can go ahead and, pick a frame they want for their glasses. So this is carbon, leopard or zebra. They'll also be able to change the lens, where they can change the color of the lens for their glasses. And lastly, the arms, where they'll just change the arms of the actual glasses as well. And this kind of product is going to allow you to build any type of product you want for your WordPress websites. So I want to be very transparent with all of you watching this video. Now we'll be using a premium plugin. So there is a one-time payment of $79 to use this plugin. And if you're going to ask me if there is a free plugin that does this, no. Okay, so this is the only actual plugin in the WordPress industry that allows you to build a fully customizable product on your WordPress websites. So if you have a product that you want to launch, or just, you want to have a product on your website that your customers can fully customize to their liking, today I'll show you how to do that. Now we're going to build your single product website in 4 simple steps. In step 1, we'll get our domain and web hosting. A domain is the name of your website, like mysingleproduct.com, and web hosting will host your website online 24 hours a day. In step 2, we'll install a WordPress theme and import a demo. We will import a practice demo and learn how to use the drag and drop page builder. Step 3, create customizable products. We will create 3 different types of customizable products. I'll be walking you through first how to create a customizable t-shirt. Then I'll show you how to create a customizable perfume bottle. And lastly, I'll be showing you how to create a customizable car. Once you learn how the plugin operates, you can then make any type of customizable product you want for your WordPress website. In step 4, the selling options. I'll walk you through how to integrate payment gateways, set up shipping, and also tax. We will also go through the general options of this plugin and then create a free business email for your new website. So how does that sound, party people? Good? All right. Now, don't forget, there are timestamps in the description of this video, so feel free to jump to any part of this tutorial that pertains to your specific needs. So let's first go to step 1. Now, there is a link in the description of this video. It'll take you to step 1, and that's to get your new domain and web hosting. And this is Hostinger.com. Now, Hostinger.com is among one of the fastest web hosts, yet also the most affordable in the industry. Now, before we go on to the plans, here at the top, you'll see this banner with this English tab. If English is not your first language, you can actually switch to your native language right here. For example, if you speak Thai or Portuguese or Italian or Japanese, you can pick your native language and the entire website will adjust to your native language. So once you get here, let's go ahead and click on Claim Deal. This will bring you to 4 different pricing options. We have the Premium, Business, Cloud Startup, and the Cloud Professional. Now, I definitely recommend going with the Business plan. This gives you access to more visitors, and it also includes a free CDN, which will speed up your website 40% faster than the Premium options. If you find yourself with a lot more traffic later down the road, you can always upgrade to the Cloud Startup or the Cloud Professional, or it does give you access to a little bit more visitors compared to these other plans. But to get started out with, let's go ahead and select the business plan. So right here under business, I'll click on choose plan. So the next page is the cart page, and now we'll select a period for our web hosting. So right here under the arrow, I'll click on the arrow, and I definitely recommend signing up for 12 months. This will qualify you for a free domain. You'll also get a large hosting discount and a free 30-day money-back guarantee for any reason whatsoever. Now on the right side, you'll see have a coupon code. Go ahead and click on this link. Now, right now, Hostinger is having their Black Friday sale, but we actually have a discount even bigger than their Black Friday sale. So we're going to hook you up. So if you're watching this from maybe like 3 months from now or 4 months, don't worry, you will still get a large discount with our coupon code. If you enter the coupon code Daryl10 and click on apply, you'll see that the hosting discount increases. So here we have 77%, and I'll click on apply. And now it's 79%. Depending on the plan, you could save more depending on the length as well, but you do get the largest discount code available with Hostinger using our discount code. Once you put in the discount code, we'll then click on continue. On the next page, you'll go ahead and create an account. So you'll put in your email address, and then you'll put in a password for your Hostinger account. Once you put in these credentials, you'll then click on continue. And on the next page, you'll go ahead and fill out your billing information. So you'll put your first name, your last name, your country, and all of your billing information. I'll then click on continue. And on the next section, you'll enter in your method of payments. So you can use credit card, PayPal, Google Pay, and also Apple Pay. I'll go ahead and select card. And then I'll fill out my credit card information. Okay, so once we enter our credit card information and you'll see we have our discount applied from our coupon code, we'll then go ahead and click on submit payment. All right, so after the payment page, it'll actually redirect us to the next page. Okay, so now we're gonna walk through the Hostinger wizard. So who is this website for? Well, it's for me or my business. I'll click on next. Do you want to create or migrate a website? I want to click on create a website and click on next. So next you'll create your login credentials, and this is what you're gonna use to log into WordPress. So make sure you write this down. You'll put in your email address and then also put in a password for WordPress, and then you'll click on next. Next, they're asking us what kind of website we wanna build. We can actually click on create a blank site and skip this section. So click on create a blank site. So next you'll enter in the domain for your new website, and you get a free domain using our coupon code. So this is the domain name that people enter in the address bar when they're browsing the internet. So for example, I'll put darylstutorial.com. After we type that in, you'll see this is our free domain and it's currently available. So you'll go ahead and select your domain here, and then you'll click on next. So next we're going to register your domain, and this is important because you're claiming ownership of this domain. So is this personal or is this a company? I'll select personal. You'll then select the country of where you registered this domain. So I'll put United States, and then I'll click on next step. And next you'll enter in your contact details. This is important because this lets people know who actually owns this domain. So if you ever want to sell your domain later or something, they're always going to look at your contact details. So go ahead and put in your first name, your last name, and your contact information. And once you're done, you'll then click on Finish Registration. So next you'll go ahead and select a server closest to your target audience. So if you're in the Americas, you'll go ahead and select United States. If you're in Europe, you'll select Germany, or if you're in South America, you'll select Brazil. This really isn't that important because you do get free CDNs with Hostinger, and that makes copies of your website and puts it on servers all around the world. So your website will still be fast regardless of your location. But in my instance, I'll go ahead and pick Arizona right here, and then I'll click on Next. So now Hostinger is going to install WordPress on our new domain. So just give this maybe like 1 or 2 minutes. And congratulations, this is now your new WordPress website. So this is Hostinger's welcome wizard where they're just saying, hey, get started with your website, and they offer some tutorials and all that cool stuff. Now, before going any further, I first want you all to check your email. So going over here to my Gmail, you're going to receive very important emails from Hostinger. The first thing that you're gonna do is verify your email address. This will make sure that you are a real person, and this will actually verify your email with Hostinger. So I'll go ahead and click on Verify Email. Okay, and this is the Hostinger dashboard, and this is where you can access the websites, you can make free business emails, and a whole lot more. We'll talk more about the Hostinger dashboard a little bit later, but let's go ahead and go back to the email. There is one more email that we also need to click on, and that's from Hostinger as well. Here, click on Inbox. You're going to want to verify your domain right here. So verify your email address to use your domain. I'll click on this, and then we'll click on Verify Email. So after you click on that link, our domain information has now been verified by Hostinger.com. So let's jump back to our WordPress dashboard. So here you'll see at the top, we have this preview domain. Now, in order to access your website and get out of preview mode, all you gotta do is type in your domain name. So type in darylstutorial.com. And this is now your new domain where you see it's live on the internet. Now, if you ever want to log into your WordPress website, there's 2 ways to do this. You can either do this through the Hostinger dashboard. I actually do this quite often because I get very lazy and I forget passwords really easily. All you'll do is go over here to the website tab, and then you'll see your domain, and you can just click on WordPress admin, and this will log you directly into your website. And just like that, we are now logged into WordPress, and you'll see that we are now using our live domain on the internet. And if I click on visit site right here, you'll go ahead and see a copy of our websites. So next, let me show you all how to log into WordPress using your browser. So here you'll enter in your domain name, and then you'll enter -wp-admin, and this will bring you to the WordPress login screen. So I'll press enter. This is where you're going to enter in your credentials. You'll enter in your email and your password. So just remember, these are the credentials that you created when you installed WordPress. So I'll go ahead and click on Remember Me, and then I'll click on Login. So that's how you can log in and log out of WordPress so you can work on your website from any location. All right, congratulations on your new domain and hosting. It's really simple, right? So now that we have our domain and hosting, now let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So in this part of the video, we're going to install a free WordPress theme, and then we'll import a starter template, and then I'll show you how to use the drag and drop page builder. Y'all ready? Let's go. Okay, so now we're going to install a WordPress theme for our website. So over here under Appearance, let's click on Themes. And at the top, I'll click on Add New Theme. Now for this specific type of website, I've tested out various types of WordPress themes, and the one that worked best for this specific type of website is gonna be the Blocksy theme. So under Search Themes, let's type in Blocksy, B-L-O-C-K-S-Y. And here's the theme that we're gonna use for this video. So go ahead and click on Install, and then we'll click on Activate. Okay, once you install the plugin, it wants you to install the Blocksy Companion plugin. So up here, I'll click on Install Blocksy Companion. All right, and then it brings us to this Blocksy WordPress dashboard over here. So here we have a few tabs, right? We have starter websites, they have extensions, useful plugins, changelog, and all this other stuff. But what we're gonna do is we're going to import a starter website. Now under builders, go ahead and select Elementor. Now, I realize people watching this video probably have various types of products with various types of industries. So these are some demos that you can use. However, I do have another resource with more demos, but I'll talk more about that later. But for now, let's just go ahead and install a basic template so that we can all work on something together. So what I want you to do is I want you to install the Smile Dent template. I know, we're making products and this is a dentist layout, but I'll explain more why we installed this one for this video. But go ahead and install this this template right here. So under the imports, click on import. Next is gonna ask us for a child theme. This is optional, you don't have to. If you're a developer, you can. If you're not, you don't really need to because you're not gonna use CSS anyways. So here, I'll click on next. We're gonna select the Elementor builder and then click on next as well. And then here under plugins, I don't want Fluent Forms, so I'm gonna uncheck this. I do want Elementor because that literally makes the website for us. So I'll click on next. And then I'm going to install this. So we're gonna click on install here, and this is going to import the demo. So just give this like 1 minute. Okay, so now this starter site has imported. So go ahead and click on view sites. All right, so this is the new WordPress website that we're gonna be working on. So they just installed some demo content, and feel free to go ahead and change and update this to your liking. So you'll see everything imported successfully, but you watching this are probably not a dentist, so we're gonna have to revise this website anyways. So let's go ahead and give you a 5-minute crash course on how to use the page builder. So up here at the top, let's click on Edit with Elementor, and this turns on the page builder. Now, if you're using Blocksy, it's gonna want you to recreate a kit. This is typical with Blocksy. So right here, just click on Recreate Kits. I'm not sure why the developers haven't created a kit originally for it, but all you gotta do is click on Recreate Kits, and then click on Save Changes. And yeah, after we do that, we'll go back to our home page. So let's click on Visit Site again. And one more time, now let's click on Edit with Elementor. All right, so this is the Elementor page builder. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna close this. So Elementor works by dragging in elements, and you can drag and drop these elements onto the page. So for example, you'll see that there's this element here. Now for every element, there's gonna be 3 different tabs. You have the Content tab. This controls the actual content of the elements. Then you have the Style tab. This controls things like the font, the color, and also for some modules, the alignment as well. And then we have the Advanced tab where you can add padding, which is like space, you can see there. Or you can add things like motion effects. So if we scroll down, you'll see motion effects, and where you can add in some motion effects for every single element on your websites. Don't get too crazy with it, okay? Because this can make your website look really weird, really fast. Now for every element, you can also right click. So if you right click, you can also duplicate or even delete elements. So for example, I can duplicate it, and we can also right click, and we can also delete elements. We can right click and also delete as well. Feel free to also drag and drop elements. So you'll see I can take this button here and I can drag it above. So where you see that little pink line, I can drop it, and then you'll see voila. And you can go down through this website and you can adjust things. So if you want to change this to like, Daryl Wilson, and you want to duplicate this, and you want to, go ahead and drag it over here, you're more than welcome to. Now, if you ever want to add a new section here, you'll click on this plus, and this is where you can add a new section. So here, I'll click on the plus. We're gonna use the flex box. Grid is only really good for like images, so I wouldn't recommend it for like normal websites, but you can if you like images, but I'm not gonna cover that in this video. So let's just go ahead and select flex box. And we're just going to select a 2-column row. Now, there is the flex box, but I'm not really gonna cover the flex box too much in this video because it's gonna get a little bit off topic. So I think basic columns for us is good. So here we have 2 columns, and here I'll click on the plus, and this is where we can just drag and drop elements, right? Okay, and then we're gonna throw in a image, right? And then here I can click on this choose image, and then we can select an image. So I'll go ahead and just select this, this chick right here, right? And going down, we'll go ahead and throw a text editor and then also a button here as well. All right. Okay. And then we also have this second column where you can always go ahead and, drag in more elements. As you can tell, it's pretty simple to work with, right? Now you can also duplicate columns and also full-blown sections. So just like we can duplicate columns, we can also duplicate entire rows. So I'll duplicate that and duplicate that as well. And I'll get rid of this one. So I'll right click and I'll delete. Now I can also go ahead and right click on this entire section and also duplicate entire sections. So you can duplicate elements, rows, and also entire sections. Now notice here how this is too close to each other, and this is where padding comes into play. So I'll click on these 6 dots, go to advanced, and I'll unlink these values together, and then I want to add just padding to the top, right? So now we're adding space, and then also maybe some space here to the bottom because it's a little bit too close to the last section. Now for every section as well, you can always add in a background image or a color. So let's say, for example, I want to add a color to only this column right here. You'll see that gray line here where, it's basically saying where it controls. I'll click on style, classic, and then here we can add in like a background color. You see that? So I can throw in a color here, right? If you want to add a color to the entire row, I'll click on the 6 dots over here, do the same thing under style. We have classic, and then you can add a color to the entire, to the entire section, right? You can also choose gradients. So you can choose 2 different color gradients here, and you can make like a gradient style background if you want to go that route, right? So you'll see there's like a gradient. And then of course you can change the angle of that gradient and stuff like that. Now, let's say you made a mistake on your website where you took something and you just did something and, oh my gosh, I messed up like this, right? Or you just threw this over here and something weird happened, right? You can always go into the history of your websites. So going over here to the history, you can always go back to where you're editing the website. So for example, if I scroll down right here, if I click on editing started, this is what the website looked like when we first started using the page builder. So feel free on your own time to check out these elements and drag them around. I do have a video dedicated to Elementor. It's about 4 hours long where I go through everything about Elementor, including the Flexbox. But for this video, you don't need to be an expert with Elementor, so we're just gonna kind of skim over it. Now, if you wanna exit out of the builder, over here, I'll just click on View Page, and this opens up the page. We are now logged out of the builder, right? So that's a quick little rundown of how to use Elementor. We are gonna use it a little more as we add in products, but for now, that's just a quick summary. So you can click on any one of these pages right here, like the services page, and then use Elementor on this page as well. Or you can use it on the contact page or on the about us page or any page you want on your website. You'll see you can edit it right here. But let's go ahead and go back to our home page. Now, we are gonna delete this a little later, and we're gonna create a landing page here, and we're probably gonna delete other sections of the websites, but we'll do that a little bit later in this video. So the next step in this video is now let's install the WooCommerce plugin. So let's go over here to Dashboard and click on Add New Plugin. Under Search Plugins, let's type in WooCommerce. WooCommerce. Okay, so here is the plugin that we're gonna use, WooCommerce. Now this basically turns our website into a shopping cart where we can have a checkout page, account, and we can accept credit card payments and also create products. So we first need this plugin before we install this second plugin to create customizable products. So up here, I'll click on Install Now, and then I'll click on Activate. Now, some of you might got a setup wizard, and if you do get a setup wizard, just go to the setup wizard. They're gonna ask you a few questions on where you're located or whatever, and once you do that, it'll bring you back to your WordPress dashboard. Now, under products, I'll click on All New Products. So this is where a list of all your products will be displayed. Right now, we have no products, so we first need to create a product in order to configure it, right? So let's click on Create Product. Now to get started with, we're just going to use a t-shirt. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close this tour. That gets really annoying. Here I'll put in t-shirts and I'll select a product image. Now I have demo images for all of you in the video description. So check out the video description and you will see a folder that says images. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload those files. So I'll click on upload files, select files. So the folder name in the video description is called images.zip. You'll go ahead and unpack that. And once you unpack that, you'll have access to all these images here. You will need these images to follow along in this video to understand what I'm talking about. So make sure that you do upload all these images to your WordPress websites. There's about 100 images. So go ahead and select all 100 and then click on open. So this might take like a few minutes, but these are now being uploaded to your WordPress website. So just give this like 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so once we upload all those images, I want to use the shirt image, right? Now under search media, I know there's a lot of images. You can just type it in and it'll just display it here for you. So I want to select the black shirt and then click on set product image. Now, usually for WooCommerce, you need to enter in description and the price and also the short description. However, the plugin itself already has this, and adding more description actually conflicts with the plugin. So for this specific product, you're not going to add any description whatsoever. You're also not going to add a price. However, you can add a category. So over here in the categories, I'm going to put in shirt and I'll add a new category. And that's all you need to do. So we just have a shirt and we have the title of the product. Once you upload the image and have a title, you'll then click on publish. Okay, cool. So this is our shirt product. Now the next thing we have to do is we now need to download and install the Pro plugin that's going to give us the functionality to configure this product. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and purchase the plugin. Now there is a link in the description of this video to purchase this plugin. Now this plugin will allow you to create fully customizable products, right? So we'll be making 3 different types of products. I'll first walk you through how to create a customizable t-shirt, something pretty basic to get us warmed up. Then we're gonna move on to the next product, and that is gonna be a perfume bottle. And with this perfume bottle, they can change the cap, they can change the bottle, and also the box. You can also add an add-on plugin where you can add text across the box. So I will walk you through some of the add-ons as well in step 2. And in step 3, I'll walk you through how to build a fully customizable car. Now I realize people watching this might not want to build a fully customizable car. I mean, some might, right? But once you understand the basics of this plugin, it'll be really easy for you to create any type of single product you want for your WordPress website. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into this next section of creating a single customizable product. Y'all ready? Let's go. Now there's a link in the description of this video. It'll take you to this website here. It is called WP Configurator. Okay, and this is the plugin that we're gonna use for this video. It is called WP Configurator. Now before I make these videos, guys, I really tried tons of different other plugins. I tried services, and this plugin hands down is the best type of product customizer for your customers. It's also the most affordable because other services will charge you like, $50, $60 a month. This is a one-time payment of $79. Now it also has many integrations. It has Contact Form 7 integration, Elementor integrations, and it has tons of different options for your customers. Now just to give you an idea of this plugin really quick, here is a bunch of different examples of products that you can customize. So they have ATM card, perfume boxes, toys where your customers can build their custom toy from scratch. Also iPhone cases, PlayStation controllers, cars, bikes, cozy chairs, and all these other type of examples. So you can always go ahead and check these demos out. So let's take a look at their pricing plans. So right here, I'll click on check our pricing offers. Okay, so this is the pricing options for this plugin. So we have 3 different pricing options, right? We have the personal, professional, and the all access. Now the personal plan will give you access to the entire Pro plugin and all of its features, and you can use it on one website. The professional will give you access to the plugin to use on one website, and it'll give you all of the add-ons as well. Now, in case you're curious about the Pro add-ons, so here are the Pro add-ons for this plugin. So we have the shortcodes for Elementor. This essentially allows you to build the product from scratch using the elements for Elementor. We also have conditional logic, custom image upload, and then we also have custom text. So it depends if you need these or not. I'm not really sure. In this video, I'll be showing you how to do this with the all access. So I will be using some Pro elements in this video, just in case some people watching this might need that. But anyways, so we have the professional plan, and that gives you access to all of the features on one website. And then the all access is the pro version plus all the add-ons, and also you can use it on up to 10 websites. So go ahead and pick a plan for you. In this video, I'll be using the all access. You don't have to buy the all access. I realize you can just start with the personal, and if you need an add-on, you can always buy it individually, but I'm going to show you how to use some pro add-ons in this video. So once you pick a plan for you, you'll then click on Get Started. All right, so I added this product to the cart. And scrolling down, you can choose to use these individually if you want to purchase the add-ons individually with your plan. And then you'll scroll down, you'll put your personal information here, you'll put in your credit card info, your billing information, and then you'll click on Purchase. Now, once you do purchase this, I will then meet you in the customer account. You'll be brought to your My Account section. So if you click on the My Accounts, it'll bring you to a page that looks just like this right here, right? So this is where you can download the file. So this is the configurator plugin. So I'll go ahead and download the latest version. So I'll click on the WP Configurator Pro, and then you'll see it downloads to my computer. You'll also need a license key as well. So I'll click on license key, and here is my license key. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. And now let's go back to our website. So going back to our website, now that we've created this product, let's go over here to the plugins and click on Add New, and let's upload that plugin. Here we go, Upload Plugin, choose the file, and here is the plugin. It is WP Configurator Pro, okay? Make sure it is a zip folder as well. You'll click on Open, and then click on Install Now. Next, I'll click on Activate Plugin. Okay, so once you install the plugin, it's gonna want you to activate your license. So click on Activate License. And then you're gonna put your license key right here. So I'll go ahead and paste in the key and then click on Activate License. All right, so now we are ready to go. We have the plugin activated on our website, and now we're going to create some, I guess you wanna call them configurator products. On the left side, you'll see configurator. I'll click on this, and this is where we can create a configurator product. I guess for the rest of the video, I'm gonna call it a configurator product because I don't really know what to call it. I guess a single product, customizable product, whatever, okay. So let's go ahead now and create a new configurator. So the first thing is here at the top, I'll click on Add New Configurator. And now we're gonna give our configurator a name. So this is gonna be a t-shirt, right? So we first have the name of the configurator, right? T-shirt. And then we need to choose a product. Remember earlier how we created a product with WooCommerce? This is why we did that. So we're now gonna select t-shirt, and then we have a style. Now there is a variety of styles you can choose with this, and you can change this anytime you want. But let's just go ahead and select style 2 for now, and then click on create. All right, party people, so let's get started. Now, the first thing is I'm gonna close this. I think their tour just makes things really confusing. So I'm gonna close this. Wait, can I close it? No, it makes us go through it. Okay, skip tour, okay, cool. Now, at first glance, this can be very overwhelming, and I was too. And I actually reached out to the developer for help. They helped me out, and after using the product for about a day, I understood how to use it. But after I teach you how to do it, you'll understand how to use this in just like a few hours. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna create a layer, all right? Now, on the left side, you'll see Group Layer 1. I'm gonna change this to Color, okay? So essentially what I'm doing here is I first want to have the colors of the t-shirt. Now, below that, we have Image 1. Now, I'm gonna delete this and show you how to do this from scratch. Now, on the right side, you'll see that we have some options. So for the color, here we have icon. And this icon is appearing right here. So color, and then we can add an icon for our t-shirt, right? So I'm gonna click on the control icon, and I'm gonna select a t-shirt here, okay? I'll select a black t-shirt. So now that we have a color, now let's add some colors for our t-shirts, right? So under the color, I'll click on the plus, and now we're gonna start adding in the colors. So I'll click on the pencil icon, and let's go ahead here, right? So we have red, right? I'll click on this little, I'll click on red, and on the right side, you're now gonna see that we have layer type, and then we have control settings and stuff like that. So for the layer type, we're gonna select image, right? And for the product image, we're now gonna add a red shirt. Okay, so red shirts, okay. And beautiful, we now have our beautiful red shirts. Now we need to add another one. Here I'll click on the plus, and what's the next color, right? Black maybe, let's do black. Okay, so I'll click on the black, and on the right side, I'll choose a product. We'll add the black shirts, okay. And we're gonna add one more, right? Obviously you get the idea here. We're just adding in colors for the t-shirts, but we're just gonna add 3, right? So now under the image, we're gonna type in yellow, right? So we got yellow, all right. And then for the choose product image, we'll also go ahead and select yellow, okay? So now when the user selects these colors, they're going to see these specific products, okay? Okay, so now that we have our t-shirts, now let's add in the next section, which is the icons, right? So we have these little icons here, so let's add them in. So to do that, I'll go to add layer and click on group. Because remember, we're making a new group here. So this is gonna be independent from the colors. And this is gonna be drawings, right? Drawings, okay. And I'll click on the plus. And for the first one, let's go ahead and go to the image first. Now the name of the images is called Dubijo, right? I don't know why, but let's just go ahead and search for media, right? Dubujo, right? Dubujo. And these are the graphics I want to offer for these shirts. Now I think this one is purple, right? So we have purple, we have maybe white, orange, and black. So let's first add the purple one right here. So I'll select that one, and I'm gonna call this purple, because I think it is purple, right? Or you can call it whatever you want, right? But I think it's purple at this point. And we're gonna add another one in, right? So click on the plus, and this is gonna be black, right? And we need to add an image. So this is black. And we're gonna add in one more here. And this is gonna be, I think that was white, right? Was that white? I think that was white. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, white. Okay, this is gonna be white, okay? Okay, white. Okay. So just to make this clear, guys, we have these colors, right? And then we have these specific, I guess you want to say drawings that we can add on the shirt. Okay, we're clear, we're good, we're green. All right, cool. So the next thing we need to do is let's click on one of these layers here and let's explore these options. So under control settings, you're going to see you have a few options. You have color, you have label, inline text, and then we have icon. Now, me personally, if you're going to go ahead and use color, you can go ahead and just select a color. Like for example, if you want red, here you'll see the box, or I'm sorry, the circle will then turn red, right? However, what I've done for this actually is I've actually just decided to use an image instead. So under the icon, I'll click on control icon, and I have this red box right here. You can just type in red in the search media and you'll see this red box. I chose just to use this just because it's what I want, right? So you can use a color or you can use a red color image, right? I'll go ahead and select that. Now I'll do the same thing for the black one as well, right? So for the black, we can go ahead and select a control icon. So I'll type in black. Oh, sorry, wait, black. There we go, black, right? Okay, so we have black. And then also for the control icon here as well, we're gonna select yellow. Okay. All right, so now we have the control icon as well. So next we have the drawings, right? Now for the drawings, we can do the same thing. So this is a purple icon, right? So for the control icon, we can do the same thing here if I just go ahead and saying, you know what, I want a purple color when people click on it, right? So I'll click on the purple icon. For black, we can actually just use color here and just change this to black, right? It'll produce the same result, right? So all I'm really doing here is I'm just setting the color for these little circle thingies, right? Got it? And then for white, I'll just go ahead and just select white right here, right? Color and then select white, okay? Okay, so far we have these, basic t-shirts, right? Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to set the order. So we have these t-shirts, right? I want the t-shirts to display before the logos, right? It makes sense that the t-shirts should be below the logos, right? So I'm going to click on the red shirts and under order up here, I'm going to put 0. For black, we're also going to put 0 as well. For yellow, I'm going to put 0. And for these right here, I'm going to select 1. So for the black, white, right? I'm going to select 1. Now to save our changes, let's go ahead and click on updates. Now we're not done yet, but I just want to preview this product first, just to give you an example. So if you click on preview, you can preview this in a new tab, and this will give you an example of the product, right? So I'll click on red right here, and then here we have drawings. So we have the purple one, we have the black, and then we have the white one. We should probably not make this too white. As you can tell, you can't even see it. Maybe we should do an icon. Let's do an icon, okay? So my bad, let's do an icon here. So for whites, I'll change this back over here to icon. Okay, so I don't have any white icons, so I'm just gonna select the closest thing to it. I'm gonna select gray, okay? We just need to see the icon. So I'll go ahead and update this, and then I'll preview this again. Okay, so once we actually put that option in, you will then see that the box appears. So maybe use like a fainter white or like maybe like a brighter white, but yeah. So this is what we have so far, right? Now I realize this product page looked very skewed, but don't worry, we can fix that with one click. I just want to get through the basics. So we have a red shirts, right? We have purple, black, and then we have white as well. Now, if a user decides to actually click on this again, you're gonna see it disappears. And this is an option that we can configure. Also, you might have noticed that when a user goes to this page, no product here is displayed as well. And that's because we need to select a default style for the actual product. So let's do that. Let's go back over here. Now, the first thing is, what is the default product style you want displayed? For example, if you want a black shirt as your default, I'll click on the black shirts, and then I'll click on other settings, and I'm gonna scroll down right here. You're gonna see this option that says active on load. This means this product here will be active on load. So when a user clicks on your product, the black shirt will be displayed. Also, we have the drawings as well. So we have, these three drawings. I'll go ahead and select the white one to be active on load. So I'll click on active on load, and then I will click on updates. Okay, now let's go ahead and preview this. Okay, so if it's not displaying, this is a very common error. All you gotta do is clear cache, right? So just click on purge all and it'll fix that. Okay, and now we'll see that the black shirt with the white icon displays, and the user can go ahead and navigate through these, and you'll see that, yeah. Now there is one thing that I also wanna fix as well. So if the user double clicks, you'll see how it disappears. I don't like that. I think that's really unprofessional. So we can actually make one of these required, meaning they must select one option. So let's go back to our configurator here. Now under the color, I'll click on the color category. Now on the right side, you're gonna see this option that says, is this required? Now I do wanna make this required because they must select some t-shirt, right? I mean, we have to give them a t-shirt. And also for the drawings as well, I also wanna make this required. That means they must actually pick one of these and also one of these as well. So I'll go ahead now and click on update, and then I'll preview the page. Okay, and let's clear the cache again just to make sure this is working. Okay. So if I click on black, you'll see that nothing happens, where it basically forces something to display. So now I can go ahead and double click on everything and it won't disappear, right? Pretty cool, okay? So at this point, guys, I think this is almost, we're almost done, right? Pretty simple, as you can tell. Now we need to configure the pricing and also the description. And then also we can change the style of this as well. Let's go ahead and go over here to the global settings, and let's talk about the global settings. So we have choose style. You can always choose various styles right here. Remember earlier how it asked us to adjust the style? I do like accordion style too. I think that's like probably the best one. So the next option is choose form. Now, if you want the users to contact you first before buying the product, you can select quote form. If you want the users to be able to buy the product, then you'll select cart form, okay? Here you have contact form. Now this actually does integrate with WP Forms and also contact form 7. However, the plugin itself already has its own form. So the next option we have here is base price. Now this can be a little confusing at first. So first I'll click on color. Now what is the base price of the actual product? Well, I'll say $20. So the shirt itself costs $20, okay? So next you have the option for load configurator in. Now what this does is you'll see when the user goes to the actual product, it's already in configurator mode. However, there is an option here where if you select this one, it'll actually have a configure button where then it'll enter into configurator mode. I don't like that. I'm just gonna click on the replace entire product page. Here's where you can add in some description. So this is some description, right? And the next option is view background. You can choose to add a background for your product if you want, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. And then we have a details page. I'm not really sure how this works actually. I did try this and nothing really happened for me. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. But that is an example of the global settings. So let's go ahead and update this. All right, we'll go ahead and clear the cache. I'll click on purge all. So now the user can go ahead and search between different colors and also drawings as well. Now just remember, the black shirt, the base price is $20. So that is the minimum the customer is going to be charged. If you want to charge more for specific colors, under the configurator option, if you select like maybe red, and then go over here to the layer type under other settings, you can choose to have a higher price specifically for the red. So if I put $10 here, I'm basically saying the base shirt is $20, but the red is $10 more. So it's gonna be a total of $30. So here, click on preview. So right now the shirt is $20. And if I click on the red option here, you will then see it increases to $30. And the users can go ahead and add these to the cart. So I'll click on add to cart, and the t-shirt was now added to the cart. And here I'll click on view cart. And then the red shirt, like we picked, is now in our cart and it costs $30. So it integrates seamlessly with WooCommerce. So let's go back to the configurator options. So I'll go ahead and click on edit configurator. What's really annoying is that it keeps opening tabs and I have to keep closing these tabs because I don't want to get confused. I did have an issue where I updated an old version of the actual product. So then I was like, oh my God, you know, like I have to like redo everything, right? Now, one thing I also want to mention is the description. So if you go over here and click on the gear icon and scroll down, I should have mentioned this earlier. You'll see that this says this is some description. This displays next to the product title. So right here, you'll see this is some description right here. So that is where the description displays. Don't worry about how this looks distorted. We're going to fix this in the theme customizer. But let's go back to edit configurator. So the next thing I want to talk about is a hotspot. Right here, I'll click on add a hotspot. If you do want to add a little spot somewhere on your product, maybe the user doesn't know where something is or something, you can add these hotspots on your products, and this sort of just displays a little icon right here to let them know like maybe where it's going to be customized. I'm not really sure the use for this. Maybe for the car, this would be better, but this is where you can display little hotspots on your products just in case you want to draw attention to a specific part of the products. Okay, so that is what a hotspot is. And if I do update this, you'll see it displays on the shirts, but this is probably not the best example. So we're back to the t-shirt, and then you'll see that hotspot displays right there. There's nothing more you can do, but it just displays a little hotspot, right? So I'm sure you might find a reason, or someone out there might find a reason on why they need that, but that is what a hotspot is. I want to remove the hotspot, so you can just click on it and just press delete, right? And then it'll delete the hotspot. Now let's talk about how to move specific sections. So if you click on purple right here, you'll see that you can adjust this and you can move this around. So you can move this image anywhere you want on the shirt. Now don't worry about these other types of logos. These won't display. So this is only in the back end. So if you want to move these to specific areas, you can go ahead and move these right here. And once you do that, it will go ahead and adjust. So I'll click on update here. So here we have the shirt now, and now you'll see that the images display in various locations. So that is how you can sort of move around the icons or the drawings on your specific products. So congratulations, we have now successfully created our own single product. Now there are other options where you can move these things around and stuff like that, but I don't really find a need for that. There is also an option where you can duplicate your entire project if you want to go that route by clicking on this duplicate icon right here. And then if you made mistakes, you can go back into history and go back to any part where you're building your product. So I want to save this really quick, and let's talk about something else really quick. So I'm going to go back over here to WordPress, and I'm going to scroll down to configurator and click on all configurators. So this is your configurator, right? Now, when you create a configurator product, you can use this as a shortcode as well. So I'll click on copy. And you can paste this anywhere you want on your website for it to propagate. You don't have to use the default WooCommerce settings. So let me give you an example. I'll go to my website here and I'll turn on the page builder. And let's say, for example, I want this to be like a landing page. Here, I'll go ahead and close this. I'll click on plus and Flexbox. And under the elements over here, I'm gonna type in shortcode. I'll throw in the shortcode widgets. I'll paste in that shortcode, and then I'll click on apply. Okay, and now you'll see that the form sort of propagates. Now, while you're building the website, it won't build and it won't actually show, but you can get an idea of the box. Once you actually close the page builder, it will all display on the front end. But we can control the actual size of this box, and that's why I like the shortcode method a little better. So for example, I'll click on the 6 dots right here, and I want to make this full width. All right, so now we have this full width section. but I'm gonna change this to 90, right? And you can also choose the height of this as well, right? So for example, I think 100 VH is gonna be full width, right? And then you'll see this makes it full width. Or we can change this to like maybe 90. I think 100 is too much, we'll do 90, right? Okay, you can also choose to add an element above this. So I'll click on the plus, and I'll throw in a box up here now, right? So now we can sort of build on top of it, which is really cool. So this will be like, configure your product. Okay. And I'll go ahead and just throw in some, text below that, right? And then I'll click on publish. All right, so now let's take a look at our page. Here I'll click on view page. And now you'll see that this product displays in a really nice clean format. It looks really natural on the website, as you can tell, right? Maybe we should have added more space up here, but I think you get the point. And the user can do the same thing on your home page or any page you want. They can select a color here and then also select drawings, right? And they can add this to the cart. Once they add to the cart, even on your home page, the view cart will display where the user can go ahead and view this to the cart and check out and buy your product. Okay, so now that we talked about how to add configurators to your website, now let's quickly touch base on the actual product page, just in case you don't want to use the shortcode. So I'm gonna go over here to the dashboard and go to a configurator. Here I will view this. Now you're gonna see that we're about to this page. So if you want to fix this page, here I'll click on customize. And this is where we can sort of fix the style of this page. So I'm gonna scroll down over here to the WooCommerce and under single products. So we have normal width selected, but for the content area style, I want this boxed. That means I don't want it so close to the edges. And now you're gonna see that this product right here, it's not so, butt tight, right? You got a little space to breathe, right? And then you can add in a little bit more options, like if you want like more space on the top or the bottom, right? You can also add a product title right here if you want to add a product title. So for example, we have this title, or you can do type 2, where you can add a title right here on your websites. Okay, so once we select those options, let's click on publish here. And now let's take a look at our configurator. Here I'll close the theme customizer, and I'll go ahead and refresh the cache. And voila, now it looks a lot cleaner. It's not so like, on the edges, and now this looks a lot nicer for your customers, and the website's really starting to come together, as you can tell. So that is how you can design the product page and also add the products using shortcodes on your websites. So going back to my demo website, I just want to sort of touch base on how I did this. So all I did here was I added in a text, and a text module here. And then right here, I just threw in the shortcode for the cars. I am using the accordion style 2, as you can tell. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it is pretty much identical to our demo websites. Now the next product that we're gonna do, it's gonna be the perfume. So I'll click on perfume. So this is the custom perfume. Now we're gonna create this in the very next section. Now what I did here is I actually created a whole new page from scratch. I placed the shortcode, and then I'm using Elementor to design the page. I think this is a much better route because you're not confined and restricted by the WooCommerce product page. So you can add, many elements above this and below this, and you can also control the width of the actual product using Elementor. And I think that's a much better route than using their product pages. It's really up to you, but I think this actually looks more organic. It looks nicer, right? So this is the perfume, and the user can go ahead and select different color perfumes. They can change the bottle. They can change the cap as well. And there is an add-on here I integrated. So if the user types in something like Daryl Wilson, you will now see that Daryl Wilson displays right there, right? So customers can go ahead and add text to the products as well. So I'll walk you through how to create this type of product in the next section. Y'all ready? All right, let's jump back to our website. Okay, so now that we know how to create the t-shirt, now let's create our second product. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we first need to create the product that we're gonna customize. So under products, I'll click on add new product, and this will be like perfume. I'll select a product image here. I'll just type in perfume, and I'll just use like this box or something. I don't know, I think we actually have a set of images actually for that. Yeah, I think this is the one here. I'll just use that instead. So it's somewhere in your media library, guys. I don't know what it's called, but just look for it. You'll find it. Okay. And for the product categories, I will create one for Perfume, I guess, right? Perfume. Okay. And then I'll click on publish. Okay. Now under configurator, I'll click on all configurators. Here's our cool t-shirt, right? But now we're gonna make one more. So I'll click on add new configurator, and this is gonna be Perfume. Choose a product, I'll select Perfume, and then obviously here's styles, and we can always customize this and change it later. I'll just do number 1 for now. Let's see how that looks, right? Here I'll click on create. All right, and now we're brought to the configurator platform. Now the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to select box, right? So I think now we understand what to do right here. So I'm gonna put box, okay. And what color boxes do we have? Well, the first one is gonna be yellow, right? And for the layer type, under product image, we're gonna find the yellow box. So I think Perfume, will that work? Here we go. So you type in Perfume, all these are gonna display. So the first thing is I wanna select this yellow box, okay? And I'll put one more here, and this will be green. All right, and then for the product image for green, we'll select the green box. And then we'll do one more, and this will be pink, right? Pink, okay. This will be pink, okay. I mean, I guess they say it's red. I mean, I don't know, that kind of looks pink to me, right? I mean, it says red, but yeah, it looks pink, okay. So now we need to add the bottle, right? So we're gonna add a new layer here. We're gonna add a new group, and this is gonna be the actual bottle. Okay, we have yellow. Here we go, yellow, right? For product image, we'll now select the yellow bottle, okay? And here I'll click on plus, and this is gonna be green, right? We have the green bottle. And the last one, I don't know what color it is. Let's take a look here. The last one's gonna be which color? I guess it's also gonna be pink. Oh, look at that. They changed this to pink, but they say this is red. You see that? They made a mistake, right? All right, we got pink. Now I realize that these are actually positioned in perfect areas. And if you ever wanna move things around, you can always go ahead and rotate the actual images. For this tutorial, we actually resized these perfectly, so it looks really nice, but you might have to like move these around a little bit so that it makes sense on your product page. So the last thing that we're gonna add is cap, right? So over here, we'll make a new group, and this will be cap. Okay, and now we're gonna add in the caps. So the first one is gonna be yellow, right? Yellow, and I'll click on this, and we're gonna add the yellow cap, right? And voila, perfect. Wait. Yellow. I put yellow in there. What's going on here? Okay. The next one is going to be green. Okay. And we'll click on this product image. This will be green. And the last one is going to be pink as well here. Pink. Okay, pink. And I'll select the pink cap. I guess, well, it's actually red. Oh, whatever. You guys get the point, right? So yeah, we're just gonna call this, we're just gonna call it pink, okay? It's pink, okay? Okay, so now that we made these elements, we now need to make sure these are all required. So I'll click on the box, and under other settings, this is required, right? So this is required. For the bottle, this is also required. And for the cap, this is also required as well. Now, what is the initial product type we want to show customers? I wanna use the yellow, right? So for the yellow, this will be active on load. For the yellow bottle, this will also be active on load. And for the yellow cap, this will also be active on load. So next we're gonna select the price of our product, right? So clicking on the global settings right here, I'll scroll down, and this is where we're going to put a base price. Now, again, if you wanna charge more for specific parts, you can go ahead and add in a price for every single part, but the base price for our perfume is $100. So that's how much this product costs. For the actual choose form, we're gonna put cart form, because remember, we want people to actually add this to the cart and buy it on the websites. Now, let's say, for example, you wanna charge more for like a different color cap for the yellow. I'll go ahead and go to yellow, and under other settings, if you ever wanna charge more, just remember, you can charge more for specific types of products on your main product. So just remember, if you want to charge more for specific products, you can always go ahead and add in a regular price to each individual parts of your main product. Okay, so once we selected those options, let's go over here and click on update, and let's see what we got so far. Let's go ahead and view the product. Okay, so we have our bottle right here. I'll click on box, and it looks like what we forgot to do here was we forgot to add in the icons, but that's okay. We can do that just the next section. But you'll see right here that everything changes, right? And for the cap as well, we also changed it, but you'll see here how the yellow cap costs more because it is $10 extra for the yellow cap, right? So let's go over here really quick, and I'm gonna go ahead now and add in the icons for every single one of these. So for the yellow, the control icon. Now, this actually doesn't look that good because it looks a little small, so you might wanna use something else, but this is just an example. Or I'm sorry, this is the box, right? So we have yellow box, right? For green, we're gonna select a green box, right? And for pink, we'll select a pink box as well, right? For the bottle, we'll go ahead and select a yellow bottle for our control icon. And for this, we'll use green. Okay. And we're cruising, and we are cruising. And here is the pink bottle. Now for the cap, I do realize the cap looks a little small on my demo website. I might want to change this to something else like label or color or something, right? So I'm gonna select color here, and I'm just gonna select a yellow color, right? For green, we'll also go ahead and select a green, right? Or is that green? All right, we'll just use that, whatever. And then for pink, we'll also go ahead and select a color here as well, and this will be pink, right? Or yeah, you guys get the point. Now let's go ahead and click on update and see what we got going on. Here I'll click on preview. Okay, so it's not displaying, so we just got to clear the cache on our website. And here we go. So we have the box. You'll see that we now have these icons for the box. We have bottle, where we have the bottles right here, right? Looking really good. And then we have the cap, where we have the, it looks like green. There's some sort of error right there, right? So I guess we can fix that. We have yellow, pink, and then we have green. Let's figure out what happened with this green one right here. Let's go ahead and, control icon, I'm sorry, color. And then I'll click on update, my bad. So you got to make sure that if you want a color, don't use the icon because then it can get a little glitchy. So make sure that you use this color, right? Let's try that one more time. Let's go back to our website. All right, and now under cap, you'll now see that we have the green option. Pretty simple, right? I think right now you guys are getting the hang of this thing. This thing actually is pretty simple once you get the hang of it. When I first used this product, the developer didn't have any documentation at all, and it took me forever to figure out how to use this product, right? So now I want to talk about another feature, and that is some of the pro add-ons. Now, you don't have to add these if you want, but I just want to give you a demonstration of it to see maybe if it's for you or not. Okay, so going back to our demo website here, I'm going to scroll down, and I want to now download the custom text. Okay, custom text. I'll download this one. And you know, what the hell? Let's just do custom image upload as well, and I'll just show you this as well. Pretty simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one just to give you an example of how these work, right? We also have conditional logic, and that's basically saying if the customer selects one option, more options will also open up as well. Okay, so now that we downloaded those, let's now upload those back to our websites. All right, so now that we added those two plugins, now let me show you how to use them. So the first thing is I'm gonna add a new group right here, and this will be like text, or text. Under add layer, we now have the option for upload and text. So I'll add text right here, right? And this will be like enter text. And on the right side, under the options, you'll see that we have some options for this. So the first option under layer type, you'll see that we can add a control setting. So here we have label. Now I'm just gonna put label here in placeholder and just explain to you where these display on the actual product. Do you want to display the placeholder in the preview? That means, do you want this to actually say something like when the user loads it or not, right? Up to you. Character limits, here I'll put 10 characters a limit. If you want to charge per character, you can charge like $1 for every single character, or $2 or $3, and so on and so forth. Here we have color presets where we can add a specific color. Now, font presets, this is available in the general settings of the plugin. So if you want to have like a font preset, you can do that. Here, I'll put a font size of 16. We'll put like a weight of 900, right? Scroll down. Now for the allowed visitors, we need to select the front. This means the user can actually see it from the front end. So make sure that option is checked right there, and then we can sort of move this around, right? All right, so we have the placeholder, right? And maybe we should change this text to like white or something, right? Let's go ahead and change this to white. There we go. All right, so it's kind of glitchy there. You have to like click on it and then click on it again, right? So once you do that, it's good, right? So also what I've discovered if you want to add text is you should always add a order. So that means you'll have to put like at least one order. And that basically says, I want this to be on the way top. So you want to make sure that the text is like the very last thing they add if they decide to add it, right? You don't want it behind the actual image because then they can't see it, right? Duh. So let's go ahead and click on updates. And now let's take a look at our perfume. All right, so we have the perfume. Now here we have the placeholder, and I think that might be a good idea because then they can already understand that they can design this. So under text right here, you'll see that this says label and placeholder, right? And I'll make this say like Daryl Wilson or Daryl W, right? Daryl W. All right, there we go. So that is how you can enable the text add-on on your websites. It's not really difficult. It's pretty simple to use. So that's an example of how you can use that add-on. Now let's talk about the upload image add-on. So let's go back to the configurator and here, add a new layer, upload. Okay. And I'll scroll up. So here we have the upload, right? And here you can choose an icon for the actual, upload. So a good example would be, I don't really know what I have here. I'll put this one here, right? I think that might work, right? And then here we can choose a placeholder. So just like we have the placeholder for the text, you can also have one for the actual, the custom upload. So for example, I'm gonna make sure that I turn this off right here because I wanna talk about the image. So I'm gonna turn this off. So I'm gonna uncheck that. And for the upload, I'll go ahead and choose that I want to have a placeholder, right? And for the allowed visitors, I'm gonna put front. So now you'll see that we have this custom image here, right? Go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. And this is an example of what it will look like when the user loads the page. Okay, now scrolling down. Now for uploading images, you might wanna add more. So I'll put in like 50 bucks extra, right? And you can always add a sales price. And the next option is activate on load. That basically means I want this to be displayed when the user loads the product. I think that actually might help because then they might get an idea of like what you can do. In fact, you can probably tell them on the page that you can upload your own logo. So I'll just go ahead and select active on load for now and then click on updates. And now let's click on view the page. All right, so now you'll see that we have that image right here. And if the user clicks on text, they will now see they have the option for a file upload where they can upload their own file. So I'll just go ahead and click on upload file here. All right, so I'm gonna add this little owl icon right here just to give you an example. So click on open, and then you'll see that the owl appears right there. Now, the only drawback is that you should probably instruct the customers how large you want this because they can't actually control the sizing of this just because that would give too much responsibility to the owner. So the customer will have to actually upload a specific image here just to make sure that it looks correct when you make it for them. Now, if you want this option independent from text, you just need to make a new group. So let me walk you through how to do that. So here you'll see that upload is under the text. Here under add a layer, I'll make a new group. And then this will be like upload, right? And then I can take this one right here and I'll drag it below it, right? I think that'll work if I drag below it actually. You know, I don't know if it will or not. Let's just do it from scratch, okay? So we'll just go ahead and add in the upload one right here. And then, you know, we can adjust it again, right? So we can just make it all over again. Upload right here, and on the right side I just add in the same options. So all I did here was just add in the same options, but now it's its own group right here. All right, and once I clear the cache, you will now see that upload has its own little special option. I'm not sure why there's this white circle here. Maybe we can get rid of that with custom CSS, or maybe there's something that I'm not sure about, but Yeah, that should not be showing up. So if that shows up for you guys, you can enter some custom CSS or maybe just contact the dev saying, hey, we got this weird white circle behind, and I'm sure they can fix it for you. Okay, so now that we talked about the perfume, now let's move on to the car. Now, this is what we're gonna make here. Now, this is actually using a pro add-on. This is the panorama view. This makes it so the user can't go to other parts of the website, like they can't go up or down. It sort of locks them in right here. So for example, the user can go ahead and select a specific color. So we have whites, black, and red. And also the user can customize like the rims. So if they want like different color rims or styles, you can add that in. Also, we have roof. So up here, like if they want like a carbon fiber roof or something like that, they can select carbon fiber. And then also, if they want the option to add a spoiler or not, they'll also be able to add that in. So this is a fully customizable car, and you can actually make like something over here, like specifications. So if you want like a bigger size engine, you can also charge them more money depending on what they pick. So I'll be walking you through how to create a customizable car in this section of the video. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is create the car for the actual product. So over here under products, I'll click on add new product. And then this will just be car, right? So car. And on the right side, I'll select a product image for the car. So I'll go ahead and just select one of these cars right here and click on set product image. And then I'll click on publish. Obviously also we should probably make a category for the car, right? So I'll just put car, right? Don't forget that. And then I'll click on update. Now over here under configurators, I'll click on add new configurator. And this is gonna be the car. And for the products, we're gonna select the car. The choose style, you can select any one you want. I think accordion style 2 is just the best one, but we're going to install a pro plugin that will give us the ability to have a panorama view. So I'll click on create. All right, so let's get started. Now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna select a color for the car, right? So this is gonna be color. And this one is going to be red, right? Now for the layer type, we're gonna select product image, and we're gonna find the red car, not that one. We're gonna scroll down here. I forgot what it's called on the image actually. So this is what it is, like these ones right here. So the base, so base color red. Okay. Now for the icon, I actually chose to use this one right here. So I'll click on control icon. And I use this one. So it just gives them like a brief preview of what the color will look like. So that's what they're gonna click on when they change things. So I'll click on select. All right. And we're gonna add another one here. It's gonna be black. Okay. And let's go ahead and select an image here. Here I'll type in base because that's gonna get quite annoying. We have to keep going back and forth. Here we go, black. Okay. And then also for the control settings, we're gonna use that, see if we can get lucky here and find it. Yeah, there it is, okay, cool. Okay, and the last one is we're gonna select a white one, right? So white, and here is the white preview, okay? Now just remember, you need to set a price for your car. So this is the color. So we're gonna set a base price here. So I think if I scroll up, we can go ahead and click on global. Scrolling down, the base price for this car is gonna be $1,000. Now just remember, if you wanna make something cost more, like for example, you want the black one to be more, you'll click on the black, go to the layer type, other settings, scroll down, and then you'll add in like $100. All right, now this must be required. So under other settings, we're gonna make this required. Can they select multiple options? Just in case you're not sure what this is, if you want the user to select all the options, then that would be appropriate. I think this might work for ice cream. You know what I mean? Like ice cream where they have different toppings for ice cream. I think that would work, but for a car, obviously, you know, there's only one, so they can't select multiple. Switch view, we're gonna select front, okay? And now that we've selected that, you can always choose to add a description here if you want for your car. Let's add in the next one. We should actually add a control icon here as well. I don't think we need to. Let's see how it looks first. For the base subgroup, you don't really need to add a control icon. It's really up to you, and I'll show you what it looks like, you know, once this is finished. So the next is the rims. So over here, we're gonna put rims, or is it wheels? I don't know what you guys call them, rims or wheels or whatever. These are gonna be the chrome rims. Okay. And for layer type, I'll click on product image. So these right here are the wheels. So you'll see chrome, black, and then all these different colors. Now, if you are making a car, you will need to actually Photoshop it so it's specific to the actual image. So watch what happens here. So I'm gonna select this Chrome run and click on select, and you're gonna see that it's perfectly positioned where the car is. So you will need to do some Photoshop work and make sure that the images that you make are suitable for the image that you're using. Okay, make sense? Okay. All right, so we have Chrome rims. Now the next one is going to be black, right? Black rims. Choose a product image. I'll select the black ones. You'll see it goes to that color. All right, and then next we have the white rims. Believe it or not, my first car, I was into Fast and Furious, and I actually had white rims on a Chevy Cavalier. I just thought it was like, the coolest thing ever, you know? Products, here we go, white rims. And for the wheels as well, we need to make this required. So I'm basically saying they must choose rims because they cannot build a car without skipping the rims, right? Duh. And for switch view, I'll select front. Okay. That just makes it so it's available on the front end view so they can see what they're doing. The next is the roof. All right, add a layer, group. We're gonna put a roof right here. Now under the roof, I'm gonna make sure this is required, and then we're gonna add a carbon fiber. Carbon fiber. And then for the carbon fiber, the product image, we're gonna find the carbon fiber. I think that's it right there. I'll click on select. But you know what? I changed my mind here. For the roof, I'm gonna make this optional. So what I'm gonna do here is scroll down, uncheck this, and for the carbon fiber, I'm just gonna add it like $1,000 more. So basically what I'm saying here is you can choose to have the default roof because obviously every car has a roof. However, if they want a carbon fiber roof, they'll have to pay $1,000 extra, and that'll be an optional check if they want that or not. Okay, and next we have spoiler. All right, so over here, let's go ahead and put a new group. It's gonna be spoiler. And this is also gonna be optional. So rear spoiler. Okay, and for the rear spoiler, we're going to throw in a product image. And I think we can, let's see if we can find, oh, here it is right here. Okay, perfect, all right. We actually have two that we picked, right? We have two, whoops, I moved that, okay. Now really quick, for the spoiler, I wanna add a control icon over here, and I'm gonna put this picture right here. I think I forgot to put that for the rims as well. So for the rims, I will add in a little picture of the rims right here, just to give them an idea, you know. We should probably do the same thing for the color then, okay? I'm gonna backtrack, guys. Sorry, we're gonna add a color to that. It just doesn't seem right to add it for some and not for all. All right, so now that we have the spoiler, I think we're all done. Now, let's go ahead and just save this. Let's just take a look here. But we first need to select a default value. So over here, I'm gonna click on the red car. And we have to actually make something active on load. So active on load. And the chrome rims, I'll make active on load. And the carbon fiber, I'm also gonna make that active on load just because I want to encourage them to actually get the carbon fiber roof and also the spoiler as well, you know? You wanna make like the best upsell possible and then have them spend as much money as they possibly can because that's what they do at dealerships, right? They show you all of the premium versions first and then they show you like the crappy ones later and you're like, oh man, this sucks, right? So let's go ahead and view the page now. Let's just see what we got going on right here. All right, did we get everything right on the first try, guys? I mean, this is incredible. Here we go, we got the color, okay. We have the rims, and notice here how we have that picture of the rim, right? So the same thing for the car, right? We have rims. It looks like we're missing something for the rims right here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, for the rims, we actually forgot to select a icon right here. So for the control icon for the rims, let's go ahead and go back over here. So for the chrome rims, we're gonna select the picture of the chrome one right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got right here. Let me just walk you through this. And this is the chrome one, right? So I think I did make a mistake for the black one. The control icon, we're now gonna select the black one, right? And then for the white one under the control icon, we're gonna pick the white rims. All right, the white rims, and click on select. Now let's go ahead and update this and let's take a look at our page again. Okay, I went ahead and I cleared the cache. Make sure you do clear the cache or else sometimes it won't show up. So we have the color, right? We're good. You'll see the black costs more. Here we have rims and there we go. We got the rims and you'll see the rims change for the car. Next we have the roof. It looks like here as well, we should have added the icon. So let me show you where that is. Let's go back over here to roof. And for the control icon, we are going to select the roof of the car like that, okay? And for the carbon fiber, we also forgot to add a control icon. Sorry guys, you know, a little sluggish today, but no worries, you know. Let's make sure we got the same thing for this one here as well. For the rear spoiler, we also need to add the control icon. Okay, I'll just throw that in there and click on updates. All right, I think we're good. So it looks like I forgot to add the control icon there. My apologies, right? But since I made the mistake and I corrected it, you can actually see where it's being applied, which actually adds value to the tutorial, right? All right, here we go. I think we're good here. All right, here we go. Car, we got the rims. Okay, the roof, carbon fiber, right? And you can see how I can unclick this if I want to, right? However, for the actual rims, I cannot unclick it. See that? So what I'm saying is these are like a mandatory thing. So I cannot unclick, but for the roof, I can. So that, see that? That's how the roof is, you know, I can unclick it. And then also we have this spoiler as well, where I can also unclick it and I can probably charge money for that. I probably should have put an extra price for the rear spoiler, right? So that is it. That's how we can create a custom car from scratch. This was actually pretty simple to do, right? After we get the hang of it, this plugin's actually really easy to work with. At first, it's a nightmare. I'll be honest, it was very confusing, but after a while, you know, it's a piece of cake. For the spoiler, you know, we should probably add like $1,000 for the spoiler, all right? Just because, you know, just because it's an upsell and, you know, we should probably charge them extra for that. So I charge $1,000 extra. So over here for the spoiler, you'll see that it's $1,000 difference if we add it or take it off. All right. So congratulations, you just successfully made a car. Now, if you do need help with Photoshop, I definitely recommend Fiverr.com. So this is Fiverr.com. I will leave a link to Fiverr in the description. Now let me go ahead and close these annoying pop-ups. If you do need help creating specific Photoshops for your products, I definitely recommend to hire one of these freelancers where they can just go ahead and, you know, chop up specific part of your product and then they can give it to you so you can create like an assembly product. So I do recommend using Fiverr. I'll put a link to Fiverr in the description. I don't know if I have a coupon code for first-time users. I think it's Daryl10. If there is a coupon code, I will leave it in the description. But this is the best websites to get cheap labor for your products and for Photoshop. Right? Okay, so in this part of the video, I want to talk now about how to adjust the theme customizer. So really quick, let's go over here and click on customize. Now I did touch base on the theme customizer when it came to adjusting your single product page. However, there are some important elements that you should probably add to your header right here. So this is the header builder. I'll click on header. And I think a good thing to add here would be the actual cart and the my account right here. I'm gonna close this button right here. So what this does right here is if you decide to add in the cart and also the account, this will actually show them the item in the cart. So once they do add this to the cart, they'll see it. And then the my account, this will actually make it so they can log in on your website, they can view their purchase orders and so on and so forth. So I'll go ahead and click on publish. I think you need to refresh the page in order to see the changes. So I'm gonna refresh this and this should change right here. And there we go. Now, when the user hovers over this, you'll see that now they can go ahead and view their products right here. So it's a very convenient process, and I do like that. Now, if you want to design the header, you can, you know, use these elements here and just drag them on. So if you want to build your own header from scratch, you can do that with the global header. Also, you can do the same thing with the footer of the website as well. So I'll click on footer. And I'll scroll down to the bottom of the page, and this is where you can actually, you know, custom build your own footer from scratch using these widgets. So I'll click on widget area 1. So this can be like, instead of about us, be like, you know, whoa, hold on there. Looks like we did something crazy here. All right, I'm gonna put like our company culture or something. I don't know. Now, if it doesn't change, just go ahead and publish this and then save it and then it'll display. So sometimes there's like a caching problem and it will change. You just have to close out of the theme customizer in order for it to work. Now, I'm not gonna go too much into the Blocksy theme customizer just because it is somewhat complex. However, the only thing that you'll need is the header and footer builder and also the single product page. If you decide not to use the shortcode, then you'll have to use this right here where you can design the single product page. Now, let me quickly talk about one of the pro add-ons. So I did mention that I want to use a pro add-on for this car right here. So what I'm gonna do over here is go to WP Configurator, and under all downloads, this is the Panorama Skin add-on. And what this does here is it basically makes it so it's locked, so it focuses entirely on the actual product. This is good if you want to create a landing page that really emphasizes the product. Now, under the global options, under the choose style, you will now see that we have the panorama option. So I'll click on panorama and then click on updates. And then I will click on view page, and voila. Now you'll see that we have this car where it has this more like focus feel to it. And you can just take the link here and just link them like on the menu or something. So you can make this like a landing page, right? Now, the only con to this is you cannot use Elementor on this page. So you cannot like add something above it or below it. It's more of a dedicated page specifically for this product. And here we have the color, right? We also have the rims. All right. And then we have the roof, right? And then also we have the spoiler, right? Okay, got that. So congratulations on learning how to build a single customizable product with WordPress. Now in this next section, I'll walk you through the general settings and also the WooCommerce settings. So we're going to integrate payment gateways. We're going to put our address for our store. I'll walk you through shipping and also tax for your websites. So in this part of the video, we'll go through all of the miscellaneous options and also integrate payment gateways onto your WordPress websites. Y'all ready? Let's go. Okay, so now that we've created products, now let's focus on WooCommerce. So when we first started this tutorial, we installed a plugin over here called WooCommerce. This allows us to basically accept credit card payments and a lot more. So let's go over here to settings. Now, the very first thing that you're gonna do is you're going to select a address right here. So you're gonna put the address of your store, right? And this is important because this will actually calculate tax for you. And I'm in Nevada, right? Wait, Nevada, there it goes, okay. Now here you can choose which countries you wanna sell to. You wanna sell to all countries or specific countries. So for example, I probably only wanna sell to United States if I am selling cars. And I'm going to ship to all the countries that I only sell to, right? So whatever country you wanna do business with, you can go ahead and select it right here, right? And the default customer location, so I'm just going to put shop, country, or region. You can choose also to enable taxes and calculations as well. Here you can apply the currencies for your products. Here I'll click on Save Changes. Okay. Next I'll click on Products. If you want to adjust the weight units, so in America we use pounds and ounces. I don't know why WooCommerce has kilograms. I mean, they're an American company. They should really put ounces and pounds. That's really annoying. Sorry if you guys are from Europe and you find that offensive. I'm just saying, like, you know, we measure everything in pounds and ounces. Also for the dimension units, I'm gonna put inches. You can choose to enable reviews for your products if you want to, or you can not enable reviews. Here I'll click on Save Changes. Okay. Next, let's take a look at tax. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to add in tax for your products. Now, I'm not gonna go too much into this, but we're just gonna select one tax and I'll select a standard rate. I do have a tutorial on how to create automated taxes for your WooCommerce website. If you are interested in automated taxes or you want a very thorough tutorial on taxes, I will leave that in the description for you. But for this video, I'm just gonna cover the basic standard rate. All right, so here we go, insert row. The country code, I'm gonna put United States. Now, if you don't know your country code, you can click on this little country code link right here. This will take you to Wikipedia, and if you scroll down, you will see the country code for all the countries. So here we have Algeria, Albania, and you'll see that it's just a suffix right here. So you'll enter in the suffix for whatever country that you're in. Wow, look at Wikipedia, man. They're broke, you know, like they're begging me for money everywhere, you know. The state code is NV for Nevada. My zip code in Nevada, 89147. City, Las Vegas. Now, if you are in America and you don't know what your tax rate is, you can always go to taxjar.com. Okay, so this is taxjar.com, and all you gotta do is hover over the state, and you'll see the state tax is 6.85, and you can hover over all of these right here, and this is the state tax. What's really funny is Montana actually doesn't have any sales tax. And a lot of people actually buy their luxury cars from Montana and then they ship it to their state and they change the registration. You'll see a lot of Lamborghinis actually with a Montana license plate because there is no sales tax for Montana. And they're not going to do that for Alaska because you got to, ship your car. That's too far. So yeah, that's just a little FYI for all you. All right, let's go ahead and go back to our WooCommerce settings. So it is 6.45. Next, let's go to shipping. Okay, now the first thing we're gonna do is add a shipping zone. So I'll click on add a shipping zone. And for the shipping zone, I'm gonna put United States. And I'm gonna go ahead and put United States. I'll go ahead and select all of America, right? And then you're gonna add a shipping method. So do you have free shipping, flat rate, or local pickup? I'm gonna apply a flat rate right here. And my flat rate is gonna be like $100, right? Flat rate shipping, $100. I'll click on create and save. So anyways, that is how you can add shipping rates for your specific products. Here, I'll go ahead and select payments. So next we're gonna integrate some payment gateways. Now, if you wanna test these out on your website, you can always just go ahead and do bank transfer right here, right? Or cash on delivery. This is typically used for like testing purposes on your website. So you can choose to enable those, but we are going to enable Stripe on your website. So to do that, we're gonna go over here to plugins and click on add new plugin. Now in this video, I'll be showing you how to integrate two different payment gateways. We're gonna use Stripe and also PayPal. They're both really simple to work with. So I'll go ahead and put in Stripe. Now Stripe.com is a free service, doesn't cost anything. So this is the Stripe payment gateway right here. You'll go ahead and click on install now, and then you'll click on activate. Okay. All right, so once we install that, now let's install the PayPal plugin. So add new, here I'll type in PayPal. Now I do recommend using this plugin right here, payment plugins for PayPal. So I'll go ahead and click on install now, and then I'll click on activate. Okay, now let's go back to the settings and click on payments. And let's first do Stripe. So here you'll see Stripe. I'll go ahead and turn this on. All right, now we're about to this screen. So let me introduce you all to Stripe. Okay, so this is Stripe.com. Now Stripe.com is a free service. It does not cost you anything whatsoever. There is no credit check. There is no monthly fee. There is no sign up fee. The only thing you'll need to do is create an account, and then you'll need to link your bank account with Stripe. They do take a small transaction of about 2.9 or 3% of every purchase, and that is the only thing you're gonna pay, but that is standard for all payment merchants. So what you'll do here is you'll create an account, you'll go through the login process, you'll upload your documents and all that stuff. It will take a little bit of time. However, I personally use Stripe, so I'll show you exactly how to do this from my point of view. Okay, and this is Stripe.com. Now, again, this is my personal account right here with Stripe. So you'll see that, this year we made about $150,000 in sales. So we are doing pretty good with Stripe. So it gives you like an overview of how much you made. It gives you a balance and your payouts, right? Now, all you need to do here is just log in with Stripe and then go back to the WooCommerce section and then click on connect an account. And what it's gonna do, it's going to sync up with your browser and it's just gonna pick up your account and then you'll just click on account and link it. It's so easy. So I'll click on connect an account. Here's all of my accounts and I'm gonna choose the testing account and then click on connect. And that is it. So right now you are officially done integrating Stripe. If we scroll down, you'll see that this is enabled. The webhook is enabled. This is the full bank statement. So this is what they're gonna see on their, on their credit card statements. And this is actually being pulled from Stripe. What's really sad is before they actually allowed you to custom enter this, but I guess people were putting fake information. So now Stripe is making it a mandatory requirement where you put in your legal entity in the Stripe account settings, right? So sad. All right. So I'll go to the bottom here and click on save changes and we are done. Now, if you also want to enable test mode, you'll click on this as well. And you can also choose to run test mode on your website. So I'll just go ahead and check that again as well. So that is it. So now let's go ahead and enable PayPal, right? So on the left side, I'll click on PayPal by payment plugins. Okay, and then I'll click on settings. And you can choose to actually put this environment or sandbox. A sandbox means testing and production means live payments. So I'll just put production and then right here, I'll click on connect to PayPal. Now, let me go ahead and review PayPal just in case you're not familiar. So again, PayPal is a free service. They used to charge for their business accounts, but now it's free. So it's free to sign up, but you must have a business account. So don't get a personal, make sure it's business. Okay, got it? All right. All right, so then I'll click to connect. Here I'll go ahead and log into PayPal, and that is it. See how easy that is? All you need to do is just make sure that you're logged in to PayPal. And again, the browser is gonna pick up your account right here, and then you'll just scroll to the bottom and click on Save Changes. Well, nope, you don't have to, it's already done. And that's it. That's how you can also integrate PayPal payments on your websites. So let's run a test transaction really quick. So now that we've integrated these payment gateways, now let's just go ahead and take a look at this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go to our cart over here and click on checkout. I already have many products in the carts. This is what your checkout is gonna look like. So here we have our information. I'll go ahead and fill this out really quick. Okay, so I filled out everything. And what's also really cool is users can pay with Google Pay right here with like one click. It's so cool. I'll scroll down, you'll see I filled out all my information. We have our products here on the right side. Now we have the option for credit card. Now this is in test mode, so it's not going to be a real credit card. If you want to take it out of test mode, just go to the Stripe settings and uncheck test mode. But here I'll put in my secret credit card, right? Users can also save this for future payments, so it'll store the credit card on your website, which is really cool. They can also pay with PayPal here as well by clicking on this and then being directed to PayPal, where they can pay with their credit card or their PayPal accounts. But I'm gonna use the credit and debit card. I'll scroll to the bottom and click on place order. And congratulations, you'll now see the order has been received. The total was $1,000, and here are the products the customer has purchased. And then they have all of their information right here. Now, if you do want to customize this page, there is a plugin. Just go ahead and Google the WooCommerce checkout page designer customizer thing. There's tons of plugins out there where you can customize this page from scratch. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our Stripe accounts. I'll go ahead and refresh this page. Now you're gonna see no transactions, and that's my mistake because you gotta click test mode up here, duh. After I click test mode, you'll see that we have that transaction right here for $1,100. So that is how you can link the payment gateways onto your website and start making money with your e-commerce website. Whew. Well, party people, this has been a long tutorial for me. This actually took me a few days to research, and this was a long tutorial, but I think this actually is a great product and you should definitely add it if you are trying to make a custom product. Feel free to go check out their website and look at their other add-ons. They did ask me to make a video on all of their add-ons, and I just said no. I said, I'm not gonna do that, guys. You have a lot of add-ons. It's gonna take way too long. But you can always buy the all access and then test out these other add-ons. I did show you a lot of these. I showed you the custom image, I showed you the text, and also the panorama view and a few others. So yeah, feel free to check out their other add-ons and buy whatever is appropriate for your websites. Thank you all so much for watching this video. My name is Daryl Wilson. Hope this helped. Make sure to give me a big thumbs up and see you all later. All right, party people, congratulations on building your beautiful website, and thank you all so much for watching this video. This was actually the first tutorial that I've ever made that was a single customizable product. I think it's actually the first on YouTube. I don't think there is one type of website or tutorial like this, so I'm actually really glad to be the first one, right? Now, I realize when you're using this plugin, sometimes it could be a little glitchy, but if you just like kind of click around, it goes away. So if you have any questions or there's a problem with the plugin, let me know. Also, just remember you have full support with this product, and they actually respond quite quickly. So before I made this video, I had many issues, and I asked them, and half these issues were my fault, and I thought it was theirs. So yeah, don't be afraid to contact support if you have any questions about the product. Well, my name is Daryl Wilson. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see all of you in the next tutorial. See you guys later.